With a typical wholesale deal, you first find a good deal and then second, flip the contract to a cash buyer. Now this is wholesaling houses 101, but did you know that you can do it the other way around and find a cash buyer first and then wholesale him a deal second? This is known as reverse wholesaling, and on today's video, I'm gonna explain everything you need to know to reverse wholesale houses coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Quick Start Kit with everything you need to flip your first house in 30 days or less. Download it now at myquickstartkit.com.
If you're new here to this channel, I'm Jerry Norton with flippingmastery.com, and this channel is all about ways to help you make money wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss new videos. A little known strategy that you can add to your arsenal of money-making methods is called a reverse wholesale. A reverse wholesale is simply doing a wholesale deal in the reverse order. Instead of first executing a contract with a motivated seller on a distressed property and then second assigning or flipping the contract to a cash buyer investor, instead you first find a motivated cash buyer and then second source and find a specific deal for that cash buyer and wholesale it to him. It's still wholesaling, only done in the reverse order. And like everything, there's a right way and a wrong way to do a reverse wholesale, so keep watching this video so you know the difference. To really understand this strategy, it's important you really understand what a cash buyer is. When it comes to purchasing real estate, we have two general types of buyers in the marketplace. Retail homeowners who are buying for their primary residence and investors who are looking to make money either short-term or long-term. Banks like to lend money to homeowners because the risk is much lower, so they offer very favorable terms. Now, not only that, but most homeowners don't have all of the money saved up to purchase a home outright. As a result, most homeowners purchase their homes with bank financing. Investors, on the other hand, have a much harder time getting bank financing. It's risky for a bank to lend money on an investment property because if crap hits the fan, investors are more likely to walk from the investment. So investors tend to buy all cash. Now, the term all cash is grossly misunderstood. It doesn't necessarily mean that the investor is using his own personal liquid funds to buy real estate. It could mean that, but investors also leverage alternative financing methods such as hard money and private money to buy real estate. For example, I buy all of my fix and flip deals all cash, but in reality, almost always use 100% funding to do the deals. I put together a funding kit with all of the tools I use to get 100% funding for my deals, and I'll give it to you for free. Just go to myfundingkit.com to download it now. Now, for simplicity on this video, just know that there are local active cash buyer investors in your market with access to funds to buy properties who are eagerly looking for their next deal. Now, this is critical to understand in order to really grasp the concept of reverse wholesaling. To illustrate, I'll use myself as an example. Some of you know that I like to build and flip high-end residential new construction homes. I'm talking 6,000 and 7,000 square foot homes that sell for $3 to $5 million. And right now, as of this recording, in one of my key markets, Paradise Valley, Arizona, near Scottsdale, I'm looking for my next project. My criteria is pretty simple. I want an acre lot that is north-south facing with views, and my budget is $1 million to $1.1 million. And it doesn't have to be a vacant lot. If there's an existing home, that doesn't matter. I'll tear it down. I'm looking right now and I can't find a deal. I've called all of the top wholesalers in Phoenix and told them, I've got agents looking. I don't care who finds the deal and I don't care how much money you make. In fact, check out a video where I paid a local wholesaler $40,000 for a lot he brought me. Link in the description. The point is, I just want a deal so I can do my thing, build and flip new construction. Now, this is a great example to understand reverse wholesaling. Knowing my buy criteria and motivation to buy, local active wholesalers could go to Paradise Valley, hustle, find a deal that meets my criteria, get a contract with a seller for, let's say, $900,000 and bring it to me for $1 million and make $100,000. Now, another example using me as a case study is my Finder program. I like to fix and flip normal houses too, not just multi-million-dollar homes, and have systems and funding in place to virtually buy houses, fix them up, and flip them for profit anywhere in the US. And since I'm currently looking for deals, you can be a finder for me, get deals that meet my criteria, bring them to me, and I'll pay you $10,000 for every deal. That in essence is reverse wholesaling. Now I put together a 45-minute training that explains how it works and what types of deals I'm looking for. So if you'd like to have a ready-to-go built-in buyer, then be sure to check out my Finder program. Go to my10kcheck.com to learn more. Now earlier I said there was a right way and a wrong way to do a reverse wholesale deal. The wrong way would be to source a deal for a cash buyer and then he pays you a fee. This is considered by the real estate division in most states to be an unlicensed commission, and you could get fined, and depending on the state, it could be a hefty fine as high as $25,000. It's all about how you structure the deal. In the name of protecting the consumer, if you assist someone with buying or selling real estate for a fee, the state wants you to be licensed and regulated. Now, I once structured a deal incorrectly and the state of Idaho fined me $2,500. The correct way to do a reverse wholesale is the same as any wholesale. You have to get the contract directly with the seller and then assign the contract to a buyer. That way, technically, you're not assisting in the sale of a property for a fee, but instead you're selling your equitable interest in a property, aka the contract. Remember, once you execute a contract with a seller, that contract is by nature an asset, and depending on the price, it could be an extremely valuable asset. For example, if you were to get a contract with a seller in Paradise Valley for, let's say, $900,000 that met my criteria, that contract, that right to buy the property, that piece of paper is worth $100,000 to me. Selling your position in a contract is the correct way to wholesale. Now, having said that, as a side note, keep in mind the wholesaling industry is evolving and more regulation is coming. Some states are cracking down on wholesaling, such as Illinois and Oklahoma. Now, if you wholesale in either of those states, make sure to watch the videos where I explain what's happening. I'll put the links to those videos in the description below for you to watch later. The key to reverse wholesaling is to find out what a cash buyer wants and when he's looking to buy again. Now, I call this profiling your cash buyer. Once you know exactly what a cash buyer is looking for, his criteria and buy formula, and when he's looking to buy again, you can laser focus on finding him the exact deal he wants. Now, to help you do that, I put together a cash buyer kit with a blueprint for finding new cash buyers, scripts to use when talking to cash buyers, and 10 questions you should ask every cash buyer. And if you'd like this for free, leave a comment and say, Jerry, you are a flipping genius. Share with me your free cash buyer scripts, and I'll give you the download link. Let me show you just how powerful this strategy can be. When I first started wholesaling in Detroit 16 years ago, I had several cash buyers that bought between 5 to 10 buy and hold rentals per year. Now, I kept in close contact with them. I knew what they wanted, what they didn't want. I knew their favorite neighborhoods, and most importantly, I knew when they were ready to buy again. I remember one particular buyer named Paul. He was a white-collar executive for General Motors. He would buy routinely 5 to 6 rentals per year, and I was his go-to for getting new deals. Each deal I made about $10,000 reverse wholesaling to him. Now, once I'd wholesale him a deal, he'd go to the property after work every day for a few hours and personally fix up the house to get it ready to rent. I don't know if he enjoyed it or just didn't want to pay contractors, but that was his model. About once a week, I'd stop by his latest house around 5 o'clock to check on his progress and build my relationship. Now, it would take him about 2 months on average to get a property fixed and rented, and then he'd be ready for another one, and you better believe I was ready with another deal. He was happy because he didn't have the time to go find deals, and I was happy because I was more than willing to go find the deals. Remember, $10,000 wholesale fee per deal. Now, we had that arrangement for years, and I made several $100,000 reverse wholesaling to one repeat cash buyer. Now, if you think that's genius, leave a comment and say, Jerry, you are a flipping genius. Make it a daily habit to reach out to your cash buyers and ask how you can help them. Find out what they're looking for and when they're ready to buy another deal. When you listen and then provide a cash buyer with what they want, you'll create loyalty and quickly become their go-to wholesaler. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying build a cash buyer list before finding deals. That is how most gurus teach how to wholesale. You still work every day at finding motivated seller leads and getting contracts on distressed properties. The difference is how you manage your cash buyers as you build your list. With every cash buyer you encounter, make it your goal to create a reverse wholesale relationship with him. And if you're wondering how to find cash buyers, my favorite fast and free method is to reverse engineer their fix and flip projects. In other words, find a sold home that was renovated by a flipper, then find out what he paid for the property. This information lets you know where he buys and flips and what his buy criteria is. Then contact him using my free scripts and create a reverse wholesaling relationship. Now, I did a detailed video where I break down how to find fix and flip properties, how to research what the flipper did, and how to contact him, and all of the steps to find cash buyers following this reverse engineer method. I even demo for you how to do it. Now, you can watch that video right now by clicking on it right there. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel with over 500 videos. This is the #1 channel for all things wholesaling and flipping, and I'll see you on the next video.